in probably the best kind of time. So obviously I grew up.
We all do that.
Yeah. But I grew up basically getting the best of my parents' world. So as a kid, growing up in a very Rasta conscious household, reggae music was just there. That played all the time. Then we had hip hop. And then that was like kind of my parents' influence, and then my mom, she loves David Bowie, and she loves music from the 80s, and we listened to music from the 60s and 70s. So I had all this kind of range of my parents' music. And then when I started getting a bit older, I'd go to HMV and buy CDs. That's
what we need to talk about.
I would. This is back in the day, but LimeWire, if you know, you know. That was like my best friend.
Yes.
I was a sort of person that would sit on my laptop for hours after I've downloaded music and like reorganize it properly. So I'd put the name, the artist, who's featuring, the genre, and all these kind of things. And so I just love music. I think it's my therapy. I don't know, man. It fills a hole sometimes in my life, and I think there's a lot of music I listen to that helps sometimes for me to express myself when my emotions are high, and the music kind of helps me deal with whatever I'm dealing with. And so I just love music.
So you've got an eclectic.
I've got a very eclectic. I mean, I've got my top genres, but you can really drop me outside of probably maybe an emo rock concert. You can kind of drop me anywhere, and
I love the way you said that you can. I just saw that picture. You just dropping into different kind of musical genres, whether they're live, whether they're recorded, whether they're DJ'd, and
I'm always at front and center. Like, this is my voice. I will lose my voice every time I go to some sort of musical event, because that's why it kind of sounds a bit raspy now, because I can't stop singing.
So you just come back energy for days.
Well, I went away to Portugal and for the weekend, and it was just like loads of music playing, and I was just singing along, and it was really nice. It was like this one guy that was just dancing by himself, and he was so cute, and I was just singing along and encouraging him, and he was just free, and it was so like, I feel like people would laugh at someone like that and film them and make them feel like they can't like just express themselves. And I was just like, yes, my friend, go on. And I saw him the next day, and he said hi to me, and it was just like stuff like that. So
connecting to another human being. And doing the freestyling however you do.
Yeah, I think music's about expressing and being free, and I think it
no
gives
matter what genre you are, no matter what gender you are.
Exactly.
Quickly, so Rashini, about your musical collection or your eclectic musical collection or not.
I just want to start by saying LimeWire. Oh my God!
Like
that is probably the origin of what I should be saying, because I think that is so important to a lot of people's way of engaging with music of a certain like era, generation. Not everyone obviously did that, but yeah, I think LimeWire is so important. Like, I used to burn CDs all the time. Like, I had older family that would also pass that knowledge down, so it's all about kind of respecting that as well. But what did you ask me about my music? I think I collect a lot of different types of music. I have a lot of experimental records, so a lot of kind of things that might be classed as artworks or things like that. I also have a lot of reggae, obviously have a lot of dub music. I collect a lot of house as well. I actually have a lot of other genres outside of I think reggae and dub and kind of spiritual jazz and stuff like that. But I think more recently one of the biggest things I've been collecting is music that kind of is on the intersect of sound system culture, but also global. It's kind of like global music, because I have this project called Mango Frequencies, and it's all about sound system culture and spirituality. So it's looking.
That sounds really interesting.
Yeah, thank you. It's looking towards the east, and it's looking, at a lot of places like Asia, Japan, countries that are historically seen as being very, very separate from the roots of, sound system and sound building as well. But actually, a big part of that project is talking about the unheard histories and stories of how they're actually more closely connected than we think. So that's the most recent thing that I'm collecting.
I was just about to say, my sister and cousin went to Tokyo, because my cousin works for an airline, so my sister just joined her, and she wanted to go back to Tokyo. They went to a dance hall, event out there, and they said it went off. And I've seen them online, and I was like, but you kind of need to know someone that's gone there to like give you that like first-hand experience. But they said it was 10. I mean, they were communicating with people. They were speaking Japanese and they were speaking English, but the music it connected them. Yeah, it was a language that they both understood, and so even though one couldn't really understand the Japanese and one couldn't understand the English, they were still communicating, and that's a beautiful thing.
So, you know,
good.
as women, as human beings, as people, we are just as enthusiastic and passionate about the music. So I just want to ask Debbie, Vinyl System, Outer Globe.
About my music collection. Well, I've been DJing. I'm doing kind of this year my 50-year anniversary DJ tour on and off. So I've got records, reggae that I got from way back then. Before then, my collection. Wow, I love a lot of African music, bass root African music from roots to shoots, and all like soul, funk. Not so much. It's more music that I can trace a root of. That I have. I've got walls and walls and walls of music, and the other way I dig in shops. If I hear something out, I'll follow it up quite brutally to find it as well. I'm not afraid of spending money.
I used to love that bit of going to Groove Records, on which I think it was a Friday lunchtime, because the records came in on Thursday night. And you'd be sitting, there'd be 10 DJs, 12 DJs sitting on the desk. There'd only be 2 copies of anything, and the guy would put it on. It was who bought it first. It was,
and
that was proper sharp elbows. I'm surprised.
A lot of reggae shopping in the early days was like that. I mean, there's a shop I used to go to, kiosk in Manchester, run by Duke Murray, probably rest his soul by now. But yeah, and if I didn't go, he would really help me. He would really, because I was unusual in being there amongst all the guys. Young white woman.
So, talking of music, you have chosen a couple of tunes, and I asked you to choose a tune with a Congolese connection. And good luck to the DRC playing on Tuesday night against Jamaica for the last place in the World Cup. Is between Jamaica and DRC. Who knew? You have picked a UK Congolese tune. We need to get Gregsy back, if at all possible.
I love Portobello Radio.
Gregsy, get out, we need...
We're in the shop window, anything goes.
Alright, I'm going to have to play off here in a second. So tell us, it's Juanita Yuka.
Yeah, Juanita Yuka. She's very, very, very interesting young woman. She's a niece of Franco, the master of the rumba intasukus of the 70s, and she grew up between Congo, Argentina, I think, and UK. So all of that's in her music, and I really love that she is channeling both the ancient soukous, and along the way there's an incredible video for this one where she's really feminizing the sapeurs in the way she presents it, and it is truly a woman's track. She brought this album out, it was 4 years ago, on Strut, which is a label that does help UK artists, and I just love how she's owning it.
4 years ago this week, actually.
Wow.
So here we go. I thought it was a new release, but I didn't realise it was
new.
March the 25th, 4 years ago.
It's her only release in her own name.
All right, here we go.
And she's part of London Afrobeat Collective as well. But it might as well be new, because it will be a while before she's got time to do another one. And this stands alone.
Quoi? Ozobala? Ozanamosi Mususu? Écoute-moi très bien. Dégage de ma vie. Dégage! Ne m'appelle plus!
cose like yo. Nalingi mobilité, nalingi ma souffrance, nalingi mobilité, nalingi ma souffrance, 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 ma souffrance. Oh, you nasina bai, nasina lemi, nakokamaka, biloko nagai, nasina bai, nasina lemi, okono nagai bisusute.
Yeah, that is Juanita Yuka,
Euka.
and that is Nalingi Mobilite.
Yeah.
Right, okay, I got away with that one. That was a
You swerved that
fantastic. We have the reason I asked you to put on a Congolese track is because we're about to talk to Penny, PB Whistle, who is putting on Los Lombi, born in this very room, on at the Playground Women's Voices, a celebration. But before you go, tell us. Oh, Joy, over to you.
Right, so I think it was ISIS that put out something on the group chat about the London International Ska Festival
Yeah.
and yourself. And I'm going to go, and I'm going to go the night that Debbie's going to be there, because there's some interesting guests. You know me, if it's not interesting,
You won't be there.
I won't be there.
I think that is wise words, if I may say.
So, she's going to quickly tell you about it.
Yeah, the London International Ska Festival 2026, celebrating 30 years with an incredible lineup. Just look up everything to do with London International Ska Festival. But on Saturday, April the 4th, it's a very special one because it's celebrating 50 years of Rock Against Racism.
Hear that, people?
50, and we're coming back into where music really does have a big role to play. And 50 years of Misty and Roots.
Yes.
And alongside them, there is the Simmerans, two of the baseline British reggae bands, the first ones, with Phoenix All Stars, which is Sean's own group. He's the brains behind it. Sean Flowerdew, who along the way, I think he was part
Can we
of
talk
his
about
specials as well. Clash in dub with Rhoda Dakar,
Right,
the
guys?
amazing Ras Digby, and myself.
Right. So we have a great
So
lineup
this
on
is
that
next
day.
weekend, right?
Yes, the 4th of April. And what's really special about that particular lineup, everybody's there. It represents quite a few eras as well, not just one era. 60s, 70s, 80s. We're going down to the 90s and the 2000s. So that's going to be quite a night.
Yeah. I can see they've got the Selector, they've got Oxman, they've got Keith and Tex.
Yeah!
The
I'm old school like that, man. Come on. No, it sounds like there's something for
it's a
everyone.
hit in this room anyway, I can tell you that much. We have to say goodbye,
Okay, bye.
ladies.
Can we say good?
Before I go, can I just say one thing?
Yeah.
Which is that after that weekend, Monday, April the 6th, it is the long-awaited return of the Monday Jukebox with Tina and Dave and
at the
myself
KPH.
at the KPH, masquerading as the Night of Notting Hill.
Fantastic.
I leave the with Zakia.
Yeah.
What do you want to say? Music?
I think music is one of the best ways for us as human beings to connect. And I think when, in a time we're on now where everything is on our phones, and we're just constantly on our screens, I think music can be the thing that kind of diverts that and gets us engaging with each other. I think it can lead to interesting topics and conversations. I think there's so much history with music. I think it covers a lot of subjects and areas, and I think if you're interested in music and you want to experience it and you want to experience good vibes, you got to get yourself out there, meet people, and go out for a good
And
time.
listen to Zakia on Portobello Radio.
We should start a radio station the way she's talking.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah, I'm so down for that, by the way. But thank you guys so
Thank
much
you.
for coming. And
Thank you.
reminder, the Vinyl Sisters every third Wednesday, 7:30 to 11:30 p.m. upstairs at the Ritzy. Be there or be square.
How do we follow you individually? I mean, I know, but tell the
How
audience.
do you find me? Oh, I'm Debbie Galt, G-O-L-T. And I have Debbie Galt and currently Outer Globe TM because they crushed my Outer Globe page on Facebook. So Debbie Galt, Outer Globe TM.
Crush Facebook.
Vinyl Sisters UK I also look after on there. And then Vinyl Sisters UK on Instagram and Outer Globe for me on Instagram.
And yourself?
Mine is Roshni Bagotra, so that's ROSHNI BHAGOTRA. I don't normally spell it, but I just, why not?
Yeah, why not?
And then Mango Frequencies is just at Mango Frequencies. So you can find future events as well, anything that I might do with Vinyl Sisters or separately on there as well.
Okay, great. Have a lovely day.
Thank
Hope
you.
enjoy.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Tell us about Mobilia Bell and Tabule Rochero.
Belia Bell and Tabula Riche, a unity made in heaven. Belia Bell is the voice of Sukus, the nightingale of Sukus. And Sukus is known as the music of Congo. It grew out of rumba, which went to and fro between
South America and
Congo and Cuba and wherever America, just historically we know about that. And then for a new generation coming through, Sukus speeded it up. It had the rumba in with the Sabeni bridge into the faster Sukus, and Belia Bell, really she bridges so much of it. Her muses was Tabule Rochero and moving on to Rigo's Star. Absolute giants, all of them, of Congolese music. And big up DRC for next week.
who are you supporting, DRC or Jamaica
I
on
have
Tuesday?
to support DRC because of my former husband and very good friend Simba Fogis of Taxi Pata Pata.
Fair enough.
Miaka na miaka ya Mandela watesa gerezani. Miaka na miaka ya Mandela watesa gerezani. Wapigania uhuru wa wanafrika kusini. Wapigania uhuru wa wanafrika kusini. Nelson Mandela, Nelson Mandela. wana wa Afrika, tunalia Nelson Mandela. Tunalia sisi wana wa Afrika, tunalia Nelson Mandela. Damu ya weusi ya mwagika kwa udongo wao pekee. Damu ya weusi ya mwagika kwa udongo wao pekee. Winnie Mandela, Winnie Mandela, Winnie Mandela, Winnie Mandela. Watoka mbali wakuje kuwania wana wa nchi. Watoka mbali wakuje kuwania wana wa nchi. Watoka mbali wakuje kuwatesa wana wa Afrika. Watoka mbali wakuje kuwatesa wana wa Afrika. Nelson Mandela, Nelson Mandela, Nelson Mandela, Nelson Mandela. Miaka na miaka yo Mandela watesa mgerezani. Miaka na miaka yo Mandela watesa mgerezani. Wapigania uhuru kwa wanafrika kusini. Wapigania uhuru kwa wanafrika kusini. Nelson Mandela, Nelson Mandela, Nelson Mandela, Nelson Mandela. Tunalia sisi wana wa Afrika, tunalia Nelson Mandela. Tunalia sisi wana wa Afrika, tunalia Nelson Mandela. Damu ya weusi ya mwagika kwa udongo wao pekee. Damu ya weusi ya mwagika kwa udongo wao pekee. Winnie Mandela, Winnie Mandela, Winnie Mandela, Winnie Mandela. Watoka mbali wakuje kuwania wana wa nchi. Watoka mbali wakuje kuwania wana wa nchi. Watoka mbali wakuje kuwatesa wana wa Afrika. Watoka mbali wakuje kuwatesa wana wa Afrika. Nelson Mandela, Nelson Mandela, Nelson Mandela, Nelson Mandela.
Yeah, that is Mobilia Bell and Tamu Le Rocho. And as Joy so joyfully told us, that is the true sound of the DRC. And the DRC is the location of an unbelievable play that was born in this very space that we're in right now. The Los Lombi. It's an amazing thing that just gestates and evolves and is such a powerful thing about the terrible things that are going on in the DRC, where everyone seems to have an interest except the people who actually live there. Anyway, we're delighted to welcome PB Whistle, who's going to introduce the people you have brought, who are part of Lost Lombi, which is part of the Playground Theatre's Women's Voices celebration. Welcome, Penny.
Hello, welcome. I am joined with Keisha, my writing partner, who is half the writer of this production. We're with her daughter, who is playing. What role are you playing? And what's your name? And how old are you?
We might have to turn your mic. Can we just have Keisha say hello while we're just getting the mic ready here?
Hi everyone. Thanks for having us.
So do you want to introduce yourself again and what you just said?
Hi, my name's Josephine and I played the role
just think because I wasn't born in London, I was born in Africa, and then I grew up there till up in the age 5, and then I came to London, so I've seen like something that I've seen already, and I remember those experiences. I haven't personally had bad experiences in Africa, but just just surroundings, you hear a lot of things. So it was something that was already ingrained in my mind. So it was like, okay, like it was very easy to bring the two together and then play it out. So it wasn't, it wasn't hard. Obviously with Penny's techniques, she really helped me tap in into that sort of old things, like those old memories, to bring it out into the actual play. So it wasn't that hard. It was just, I think what I did struggle with a bit, it was just like having to experience the rape. I've never known any woman or girl or young girl who has been raped. It was first time, so that was a bit shocking to my system, you know. So that was really hard, because even when I was speaking to my friends about the story, the play, they were like, oh my God, how are you doing it? How are you managing? So that was really hard. But in terms of expressing it, like understanding the story, I fell in love with the story from day one, because it's like I've lived it, I've lived it, because it happens a lot across Africa, it's very, very common. Obviously every story is different, but it's something I've seen, like literally even now we hear, you have uncles and aunties that talk about different experiences, so it wasn't hard to sort of to tap in, yeah.
You got to have a shout out here to Penny's techniques.
Yeah, she was amazing. She's amazing.
There's one bit. There's one bit when people are out in the forest or the jungle, and you took everyone to kind of the woods in Richmond Park, and made them struggle through the bushes.
I think it's really important, when you're in a theatre, actors have to use their imagination, because we don't have a wood, we don't have a jungle, we don't have a forest. I think for actors to really understand what it would be like running, as trying to escape from people trying to harm you in the middle of the night where we don't have lights. In London, it's full of lights. This was one of the things that you need actors to really use their imaginations. And so I would blindfold the actors, and they'd work in there with their scene partners, and they would have to be guided through the woods, trust their scene partner, and understand what that terror feels like.
I'm surprised you haven't been arrested.
Well, we did have the police turn up here once when we were rehearsing, because there was lots of screaming in this play, and the people next door thought something bad was happening, and so we lifted the grid, and there were 2 police officers saying, can we come in? But then we showed the scripts and said, everything's under control, officer.
Penny, it's such a great play. How do people get to see it this weekend?
They can go to Eventbrite, where we have tickets available. We have a 4 p.m. show and a 7:30 p.m. show. We really want, we've been working really hard. We have 2 casts. It's an enormous cast. It's a cast of 12. We've now brought kids into the production, which is phenomenal. They're all amazing. And I just want to be able to share the work and for it to be received well, so we can go on and on and on and on.
Fantastic. And people go onto the Playground website?
They can go to the Playground. We have tickets also on Eventbrite, and they can go and find them on www.thelostlumby.com.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Thank you for listening, everybody. Thank you guys for coming on and telling your stories. Thank you, Joy, for bringing on the Vinyl Sisters, Roshni and Debbie, and also Joanne, the lady who takes the walks all over the place.
History walks.
Yeah, the Imperial walks. And then thank you to Sakay and to Freya, who turned up early doors to tell us about Casildart's new show starting on Tuesday next week.
Well, actually, it's the 31st of March, because the day before is a private viewing.
Okay.
No, just in case people
Just
turn up.
Just say Portobello Radio and they'll let you in. We have this show repeating midday tomorrow. 10 a.m. on Sunday morning.
It certainly is.
At
It certainly is.
midday
Yeah, man.
on Sunday, what are we playing?
We're playing the Flipside radio show, which was a rock and roll flicks from the 60s. I thought that out of his rock and roll flicks collection, that was the one to watch. So yeah, man, that's Talk Radio on
and then
Sunday.
Saturday and Sunday on the from 2 p.m. we have our Saturday sessions DJs.
Man. Yeah, what a
starting
lineup.
at 2 p.m.
with
Georgia.
Hydration Hour. It's pretty heavy on the female front. I like this. This is brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Jack's Algorithm and Blues. Have I got that?
Yeah, you have.
Have I? Okay.
Came via WhatsApp.
Alrighty. Oh, it did. Well,
Debbie Galt,
Debbie Galt, who we heard from today. You know what to
5
expect
p.m.
there, man.
Happy hour
with Pandiva. It's going to be great. She's fresh back from Trinity, man. So she's full of the sun. She really is. Monoloco mixtape. I've been dying to play this one for ages. It's a brilliant mix. You know him. He's jazzy. He's Latino. He's brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Disco 45 with Jason Nixon. Did he ever get back to us?
No, it's a rewind.
It's a rewind. Well, we got a lot in the vault. So it was going to be brilliant. What a lineup of DJs Saturday and Sunday. That's 2 p.m. 1400 hours. Both Saturday and Sunday.
And it'll go deep into the night.
It always does. 24/7 Portobello Radio. You love it.
We are going to finish with our last of the all-female lineup of March, and it's the one who started it all.
Amazing.
Sister Rosetta Tharpe.
Indeed. And listen, thank you everyone from the Lost Lombi Show. The very, very, very best of luck. Thank you so much for coming in and joining us. It's brilliant.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Nice one, guys.
All we hear church people sing, they are in this holy way. There are strange things happening every day. On that last great judgment day, when they drive them all away, there are strange things happening every day. Every day. Every day. Every day. Every day. There are strange things happening every day. Every day. Every day. Every day. Every day. There are strange things happening every day. If you want to view the crime, you must learn to quit your line. There are strange things happening every day. If you hew right to the line, you can live right all the time.